I had spoken earlier, viewers, a little earlier in the day, to the Israeli Deputy Foreign Minister, and you heard her speak, very direct, and she's posed some questions. Let's open this up very quickly. I want to go straight across to Tausif Shah, leader of the PDP. Mr. Shah, you heard Ms. Haskell. She was very direct. She didn't beat around the bush. Your party once said that terror has no religion. It maintains this position. And the Israeli government and this leader, a representative of the Israeli government, the Deputy Foreign Minister, is asking Muslims to admit that terror has a religion. There is enough proof now. No provocation is required. So I'm asking you, sir, why do you want to whitewash an apparent truth? I can't hear you, sir. I think you've put yourself on mute. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Mr. Rahul, let me tell you, let me begin with the thing that God has himself simply proved that terror has no religion. Because you're seeing the video, in the video you see a man who has killed the terrorist. And he too was a Muslim, his name was Ahmed Al-Ahmed. So he's also a Muslim. So now how can you say that terror has a religion? If somebody is a Muslim, he killed somebody, and another Muslim came, he stopped him, he fired on him, he rather killed him. Rather, he was the man who killed him, who fired 5 or 6 shots on him. And to clear it, his name is Ahmed Al-Ahmed. So I can say that God has already cleared it itself, that terror has no religion, and the terrorist is the terrorist. He has a terrorist mindset. You cannot differentiate him from a Hindu, a Muslim, a Christian, a Sikh, a Parsi, a Jain, whatever he may be. So you can check the Google. You can see the name of him. He's also Muslim. Now, second thing is there that we are still going by this way, that we see that in Delhi blast, when we see there were many Muslims killed. We see when Baisaran Pahalgam attack happened, there were 2 or 3 Muslims killed who tried to fight these terrorists, these militants who killed on the name of Islam, who killed on the name of speak out if you know or you don't know the kalima. So we cannot define it that this is an Islamic terrorism. Yes, we see there are many people who belong to the religion.
No, you can't define that this is Islamist terrorism.
No. Me being a Muslim.
Can you believe it, viewers?
Yes, me being a Muslim.
I mean, a man goes out there and he shouts that as a Muslim, it's my duty to blow myself up. And we are talking about the Red Fort bomber. You see another, one second, in Pahalgam. Listen, 1 second.
Yeah, please go ahead.
I'm sick and tired of people lying through their teeth. Okay? So let me just put it on record. In Pahalgam, sir, what did the terrorists ask of their victims? Can you tell me?
Sindoor. Yeah.
Bataiye, sir.
Let me tell you. Just let me reply to it.
Now, who kya? Tell me, what did he say?
The main thing is that.
No, what do you mean main thing? They said, please, what did they say? Mr. Shah, please tell me, what was the question asked of the victims in Pahalgam? Don't get into all this. I'm asking you.
Yes, to decide the kalima.
So why, sir? What did they want to what did they want to discover then? I'm asking you, what did they want to discover?
Look, we cannot.
Mr. Tausif Shah, let me ask you a simple question. Let me ask you a simple question. I'll ask you a simple question. I'll ask you a simple question, sir.
Look, kill on the name of Ram.
Listen, sir. I'll ask you a question. I'll ask you a simple question. I'll ask you a simple question. Can you answer this question?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Do you condemn all those Kashmiris who came out onto the streets and held a procession for the chief of Hamas and the chief of Hezbollah? Do you condemn them or do you praise them? Take a position tonight.
Yes, I'll take a position tonight. But I'll take the stand of my country. I'll take the stand of India. India supports Palestine. Nasrallah was supporting Palestine. So now you take the stand.
Wow.
against the India or are you with the India?
Viewers, can you believe this? India doesn't. No, hang on. India doesn't. Okay, let me open this up because here I think we need to be. No. 1 second. Foreign policy, my dear man. A terrorist now has become a diplomat for you. Okay, 1 second. Let me just bring in. No, 1 second. Viewers, look at this warped logic. Can you believe it? A terrorist, a man who says that no Jew has a right to exist. He says it on record. These people were taking on processions, praising him. A hate monger.
Rahul.
Does the Indian government support hate mongers? Do they support the Hezbollah? No, viewers, they don't. They support the state of Palestine, which is not supposed to be in any way linked to terrorism.
Rahul, one question.
They support the...
Just one
question.
1
second, sir, please. I'm tired, sir, of going on like this every day. You're giving Muslims a bad name in this country. You're giving Muslims a bad name in this country, Mr. Shah. You can't take a position against terrorism. You tomorrow say Osama bin Laden was a freedom fighter. You probably will say it.
We have Yati Narsinghar.
1 minute, Mr.
Mitra.
Okay,
he
sir,
clearly says that
I'm asking you a simple question. Should a terrorist ever be given? Should a terrorist ever be given the status of a martyr? Yes or no? Should Burhan Wani have been given the status of a martyr?
Why should we give? Why should we give the
because you came out, sir, with his Janana. 1 second. Let me ask Mr. Iyer Mitra. Mr. Iyer Mitra. How do you respond to Mr. Shah?
You see, I find this logic that Muslims die and therefore it is un-Islamic to be very facetious.
Of course.
Because Mao Zedong killed 7 times the number of Chinese that the Japanese Imperial Army did. Does that make Mao Zedong Japanese? Stalin ended up killing 10 million more of his own citizens than the German army did. Does that make Stalin German? There is this standard practice here because Pakistan has lost more people than India in terrorists that they themselves spawned. They will tell you, Pakistan is also the victim of terror. This is the classic pyromaniac logic. This is the classic wife basher logic. I beat you because I love you. I got burnt trying to save you. And it is known that the greatest number of psychopaths usually work in security or police forces. The greatest number of pyromaniacs, diagnosed pyromaniacs, usually work in fire brigades. We know this. Notice the perversion of this argument, Rahul. Basically, to connect this with Dhurandhar, what was their criticism against Dhurandhar? That criticizing Pakistani Muslims and criticizing Pakistan equals criticizing Indian Muslims. That is exactly what the terrorists in Sydney told us. It doesn't matter if you immigrate to Australia and become Australian. Your religion is always above your nationality. Therefore, criticism of one is criticism of all. Criticism of ISIS is criticism of every Muslim. That is exactly what they have said. This is their logic. This is Arfa Khanum logic. This is Rana Ayub logic. And this is our friend Mr. Tawseef's logic. So they are not disagreeing, mind you. They are pretending to disagree, but they are all essentially saying the same thing theoretically. Criticizing one Muslim is criticizing every Muslim. Therefore, you must not criticize one Muslim. That's it. That's it. Because if they start believing in the nation state, it fundamentally contradicts their belief in the Ummah. They have never reconciled to the nation state. These people don't even accept India. That is what they themselves are telling you. I am not saying this. This is the same liberal Muslim intellectual who's been on TV criticizing Dhurandhar for the last week, many of them on your show itself, Rahul. Tell me, have I said anything wrong? Have I misrepresented what they have said on your show?
Yes, Mr. Mitra.
No. In fact, Mehbooba Mufti, and luckily her daughter has the sense to disassociate in this particular issue with her mother. But Mehbooba Mufti came out and said that Dhurandhar is an anti-Muslim movie. In fact, her exact quote I was trying to look up. I'll just find it and I'll read it to you viewers. Your jaws will drop to the floor what she said. So I want to bring in Mr. Nikhil Jain. Mr. Nikhil Jain, I want to ask you a very simple question. Your leader, Rahul Gandhi, goes and meets Ilhan Umar in Washington, D.C. Ilhan Umar, who has come out and made some rabid anti-Semitic statements, is a supporter of the right to liberate Kashmir because, viewers, she believes in the cause. So I want to ask you, Mr. Jain, are political parties and politicians such as you who go out there and whitewash, I don't know whether it's for appeasement or it's an ideological bent, I have no clue, but who whitewash Islamist terror, are you emboldening it, sir? It's a very simple question. And without whataboutery, can you answer why Rahul Gandhi goes and meets the poster lady internationally of anti-Semitism?
First of all, Rahul, you have to understand the difference between anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism. People who are opposing the government of Israel or the state of Israel as it's being run right now is not opposing the religion of Judaism or the Jews in the country, Jews in the world. You just did an interview with an Israeli minister. I would have been really glad if you would have asked her and her government questions about the fact that I think over 70,000 people have been killed since the unfortunate incident on the 7th of October. And that's not just me saying, it is a number of international bodies, including the United Nations. It is South Africa, Colombian president.
Unfortunate.
So terror attack. Do you like that? Terror attack. Let me call it 7th of October terror attack by the terrorist organization Hamas.
It was psychopathic murder.
Abhijit, I'll tell you the difference between me and you. I will condemn what Hamas did and I will condemn what the Israeli state is doing.
But you will condemn what Hamas did? Let me ask you, why were your allies?
You will condemn the wife basher and you will condemn the wife. Yes, Nikhil, that is the difference between us. You will condemn the wife and you will condemn the wife basher. I will only condemn the wife basher.
No. Abhijit, will you condemn the actions of the state of Israel that they're doing in Gaza? Are you saying that South Africa, Colombia,
I will not condemn
Egypt,
Operation
Chile,
Sindoor. Pakistan got what it deserved.
How are we going to Operation Sindoor in Pakistan when we are talking about Israel, Gaza and Muslims? That's a problem.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's a right to retaliation.
That's the problem with
you. It is the absolute right to retaliation.
You see one Muslim
Israel is doing the absolute right thing. Israel is doing the absolute right thing in Gaza.
Look who is saying this. Look who's saying this. The Congress party that came out. No, the Congress party viewers that came out and called 26/11 an RSS conspiracy. And you labeled Hindus terrorists. This is the Congress party saying this tonight, viewers. That we should not be linking terror with religion. This is the Congress party. The Congress party, Digvijay Singh and company who came out, viewers, and linked terror with religion. Hinduism with religion. Can you believe it?
RSS is not a religion. RSS is an organization that breaks ancient Hindu temples to set up its parking in Jhandewalan. Please stop conflating the BJP and RSS with the Hindu religion. Hindu religion, Hindutva, RSS, BJP are four different things.
The Supreme Court is very clear that Hindutva, one second, the Supreme Court judgment makes it very clear. Please, sir, the Supreme Court, no, don't yell at me. Don't yell at me. Now keep quiet. Listen to the facts. Since you are so good at trying to hair split, let me tell you, the Supreme Court has laid down the law, viewers. Hindutva, Hinduism. What?
That's not the law.
The Supreme Court has come out and said that there is no difference between any of these. There is no difference between any of these. That Hindutva is the Twa. No, 1 second. Of the Hindu faith. Please. No, please. I don't want to listen to you. I don't want to listen to you. You are very specious. You are the people who want to quietly label everybody and everything. This is a political party that filed, viewers. This is a political party that filed. This is how they label people. This is a political party that took to the Supreme Court, filed an affidavit and came up with the term urban Naxals. They gave this term to the country. So anyone who was standing up in any college,
do you agree
1 second, I'm asking you, was it yes or no? Why were you jumping to label people then? I'm only saying that you people are the masters of labeling. Hindu terror is a word that I didn't use. RSS ki Shajish 26/11. Hang on, that Kasab was a Hindu, was also said by a Congress leader, viewers. Anyhow, let me just bring in Pradeep Bhandari.
Well,
Let me bring him.
Rahulji, I was listening to my friend from the Congress who's getting really worked up on the debate, but I will just quote certain facts. There are two consensus which have evolved now, and there is no difference and everybody is united on it, Rahulji. A, that every terror has one or the other linkage from Pakistan, whether it is 9/11, 26/11, London bombing, or or the Sydney terror attack, or Pahalgam. Number two, Islamophobia is not the reality. Radical fundamentalist Islamic terror is what is the reality which the world needs to unite against. Unfortunately, if you recall, Rahul ji, there was a very famous speech in the Indian Parliament by a Samajwadi Party member, MP, who backed jihad, who gave a call of jihad from the Indian Parliament. And jihad is being done by all these terrorists who, in the name of jihad, kill quote-unquote kafirs as innocents. And you have your political parties like the Congress and the Samajwadi Party which appropriate it. Rahul Gandhi had said that, quote-unquote, Hindu extremists are bigger threat to this country than Lashkar-e-Taiba. That is what Rahul Gandhi had said. Rahul Gandhi, in fact, was praised by a terrorist like Hafiz Saeed. And I challenge my dear friend Nikhil. Shaheen, a terrorist, another terrorist in Delhi. You know, Mehbooba Mufti had said, Delhi ke andar bomb blast isliye hua kyunki Kashmir mein dikkat ho rahi hai. And you have the PDP spokesperson who said that Burhan is a poor headmaster's son, not a terrorist, coming here and giving us lectures. The reality is that the Indian opposition and globally the pseudo-secular lobby has never called out the root of terror, which is radical fundamentalist Islamic terror. It needs to be called out. A spade has to be called out as a spade. Unfortunately, in this, likes of Nikhil and his political backers like Rahul for appeasement will never do so, and that is the root cause of it.
Viewers, let me jog your memory back many years. One second. Mr. Jain, 1 second. Let me jog your memory back, viewers, to the US cables that were released by WikiLeaks. And in those cables, viewers, Rahul Gandhi suggested that he considers the possibility of Hindu radical groups, springing up in reaction to the Lashkar-e-Toiba, more dangerous for the country than some support for the LET from a section of the Indian people.
Shame.
Hindus in one level, people in the other level. This, viewers, 1 second. This is a report from the Hindu newspaper, which is quoting the exact WikiLeaks file. And the Congress has never denied it. It tried to come out and suggest what Rahul Gandhi was trying to say, viewers. Anyhow, I leave it at this because clearly, viewers, some people get tongue-tied, and as close we will get to the elections in Bengal, they will get even more tongue-tied. Complete whitewashing will happen. The Congress party has an ally in the left, national level ally. And that ally, viewers, Shashi Tharoor was stunned many years ago. And I'm talking about 2-3 years back when the Gaza war was at its peak. When Haniyeh was given a platform. Haniyeh is the Hamas terrorist. Was given a platform in this country to give a speech, to rise up for the nation of Islam in our country, on our soil, viewers. A terrorist, can you believe it, who has no love lost for Hindus. He wants to create an Islamic caliphate. That Mr. Shashi Tharoor was on record, and then he had to do a complete somersault because he was so badly trolled by his own ecosystem. Anyhow, viewers, talking about Shashi Tharoor, we just want to move on because it's a very interesting story.